will be maintained by the customers. Customers are the user. The main advantage of the infrastructure as service is that it is highly scalable and a user can easily change the requirements on their needs. And the security is both the advantage and the disadvantages, as it can be more protective in some situations and it will be more exposed in some other situation. And the disadvantage of this infrastructure as service is a high cost management. It requires more management and cost for managing the infrastructure service.
I'm going to explain about platform as a service. Platform as a service is also called as PaaS, and it is a cloud computing model that enables developer to develop, deploy, and maintain the application without the complexity of infrastructure and management. The key features of platform as a service is deployment tool, middleware, database management, hosting environment, and application lifecycle. The example of PaaS providers are Google Engine, Microsoft, and AWS, and more. Advantages of PaaS are it helps in fast deployment, cost-effective, and scalability. It provides collaboration and multi-platform support. Disadvantages of PaaS are limited control, vendor lock-in, security constraints, and customization limitation. It used in web service applications, API applications, and chatbot and AI applications, and used in Internet of Things. Thank you.
The service, aka SaaS. In software as a service, we all are using in day-to-day life. Example, Google Drive, Google Workspace, where we can share emails and upload our storage photos and files into the Google Drive. These all are example for software as a service. And even though YouTube and Instagram have their own cloud base which stores our posters and stories and our chats all in the cloud, it is also like an software as a service. Basically, if you have a very old PC like 10 years back PC, all software are not compatible to all laptops, right? All systems. Like example, Premiere Pro supports only very high configuration PCs, but everyone cannot afford the high-end PCs. So we can rent the applications cloud, and we can rent it and use in moderate laptops or PCs. Like we only want a high-speed internet to access the software. What high-end software you can use by the cloud computing. But there are certain limitations, like if there is no internet, no use. We cannot access any software in that time. And also the version control, that means the update and installations are not in our hands. There is no need for installation in your places. We can simply go to the process and we can access the software, pay the rent and access the software. But we want a high-speed internet. Next, we cannot update it. Only the main provider can update the software. We can use it. And customizations are very low in our hands. Only the provider can do more customizations rather than us. And also, it is not that much testable. If it is because we are storing our data in a third party application only. So it is a question mark for safety also. If the company is tested, we can test it. If it is a third party, it is an underrated company, the safety is question mark. Next, that's all about the software as a service.
Today we are going to speak about function access service, that is affiliated areas. So, function as a service is a matter in a computer, cloud computing. If we are writing a code or a function, we are going to upload the archive functions. If we are uploading an image to the cloud, it will automatically resize and stores it on the cloud. So in function as a service, server is not needed. So we no need to maintain the server. That's all.
Is a cloud storage. As in AWS, there are IaaS, IaaS, and PaaS, FaaS, SAS. IaaS means infrastructure as a service. In IaaS, as there are the AWS will see the it works on the virtual and networks and hardware, and in infrastructure as a service, the customers will customers that they can access the middleware OS and the services in a platform as a service, as they can only handle the only ports of the PASs, as will easily access the easily can do the deployments. It is very easy to access. And software as a service, it will see only the applications, not the middleware service and OS.